Do you want to learn how to use gauntlets like this? Well, stay tuned, because in this video I'm going over setups, killing options, and a bit of offstage on gauntlets. I'm also holding a server giveaway. Everyone who joins the Discord server in the description will get a free Brawlhalla code. All you have to do is just type a command in, and there you go. Alright, into the video. Alright, welcome back to another video. In this one, I want to do something different. Usually I focus on battle boots for my stuff, but for this one I wanted to make a actual gauntlets guide, because some people have been requesting it. I know there's been one person who's requested it in the Discord, by the way, which you should totally join. But I'm gonna get right into it. Let's put him here real quick. Let's turn on damage reset, position reset for this. Let's turn off the auto spawning. Okay. So right off, first off, when they're in near white health, here's what your best setup option is at this current moment in the game. Where they're in white health, you're just starting off. You want to actually go for it. You want to go for neutral light, and here's why. It won't send far, and if they dodge, you can react to it. With gauntlets, you want to put your enemy in a position where you can react to where they're moving, and to do this, you're going to have to know what moves put them in the best position to where you're able to react to what they're about to do. Because let's say if I put them on a random dodge, 9 out of 10 times, because of the way Inlight sends, I would be able to react to that. Like, I would be able to react to that dodge because I put myself in their position. They dodged. I could have caught that. I don't know why I didn't. But also, one more thing: if they're in low health and you wanna, and you hit them with a pretty easy neutral light, and you want to clear out the distance, you want to still like hit some of their dodges, but still like be able to get in and out really quickly. You have to learn how to X pivot as a gauntlets user. This will be very helpful. If they like come back to stage, you can easily just X pivot them. To X pivot, all you have to do just dash, jump, turn the other way, and then do an attack, and then do a downwards attack, and that's what an X pivot is. So if you hit them with a neutral light, and you want to clear out the distance really quickly while catching some of their dodges, let's say they dodge up, or like what would be, some dodges can be caught by this. Up left, yeah. Okay, let's say you hit, let's put them in the right position real quick. Let's say you hit it on stage, and you want to be able to catch some of their dodges. You can do this, and that catches a lot of their dodges. And if you miss, the glory of the X pivot is that you're likely not going to get punished if you miss that. Hopefully. It depends on their damage. Like, if they're higher damage, they'll be too far away to effectively punish that because of the X pivot. But if you hit them during that X pivot, it's GG's for them. And yeah. Alright, yep, I was able to catch that dodge. You want to put, with gauntlets, the best way to play gauntlets, you want to put yourself in the position to where you can catch a dodge at any moment. So that's why you should go for a neutral light there. And also, if you don't know how to actually hit your moves, the best way to approach is to make your approach unexpected. This is technically a bit of neutral, but yeah, I recommend learning neutral, and Stingray has an excellent neutral guide. But yeah, neutral, it doesn't matter what weapon you're playing, it'll be a part of it. But yeah, but if you want to approach someone with an attack, but you don't know what to do here, what you can do, you can just do dash. You can do this. That's really good. What I just did, I just dashed up, jumped, and then canceled my dash by come back to stage. and immediately turning around and doing a neutral light. And what this does, that's unpunishable. They not unpunishable, but unreactable. That's what I meant to say. And you've effectively set yourself up to react to their dodge, which puts you in an excellent position going forward in the game. So that's an excellent way to start the game. And usually when you get beside a person, they sort of instinctually either jump up or they dodge. But this is fast enough to where they can't react to it to get out of it. So you're essentially putting a ton of pressure onto them by doing this, and it's way less predictable than just like coming up and doing like a immediate like that. All right, I hope that makes sense. I will put up some examples of how I've used this in ranked, probably now. But but just for setups, I also want to go over D-Light. D-Light is actually the way to use D-Light. People overestimate how important D-Light is. D-Light is not really that important to this kit, but I'll show you a use case in which it is actually useful. It's more useful for building up damage because almost everything is true off of D-Light. If you manage to hit a D-Light, you can do neutral light immediately after, or you can do side light immediately after. You can even do some aerial attacks after, like this. Quite literally everything's true off of D-Light on this. If I can do this right. Yeah, quite literally everything is true off of D-Light. And that's the hardest combo in the game, but you will never have to use that, I promise you that. In most cases when you would try to use this, it's always a better option to go for this, because that sends them farther off stage, and it's also a better killing option. You immediately assume stage advantage when you're using D-Light, and you hit that. Okay, and also while we're on the topic of stage advantage, to see how much time I got left. When your opponent is off stage and they're coming back to stage, you always want to hold stage by reacting to them coming back to stage and trying to hit that D-Light, because you're able to just immediately put them back off stage. Or you can make a choice, right? You can make a choice to put them in a setup position where you could do more damage and possibly lead up to an earlier kill. Like this would be considered a setup position. Side light is, by the way, a setup move, because if they dodge here, a lot of it is just reacting to what they do after. Like they dodged up, I was able to react to that, but usually it's a 50-50 on that, whether you want to react to someone's dodge or you want to actually predict their dodge. Like for example, I know they're about to dodge neutral, right? So if they dodge neutral consistently or like down consistently, you'd never want to just like try to predict that one singular dodge. You want to go for reads after side light that catch multiple dodges, and that is the reason why I do this. That's really good. It catches so many dodges. I promise you, this catches so many dodges, and I know every Gauntlets character won't have that option to go for it. So, but yeah, you want to find options like that though. For example, in kill percent, a lot of people like to dodge outwards, especially in lower ranks. So what I'll do, I won't just do this. Instead, I'll do side light, GC side light, and that catches down dodge and some diagonal dodges as well. And the reason why that's good, it catches more dodges, it leaves less room for error for you, and it's a good kill option. So that basically goes over that, over how to put yourself in good positions to actually do stuff. Basically, main thing you want to remember for Gauntlets, you want to put yourself in a position where you can react to where they're about to go. And yeah. Okay, so now you've learned that, I'm gonna go right back into kill options, because on Gauntlets, killing is actually surprisingly difficult. I wouldn't say difficult, but you have to play good off stage on this weapon specifically, and to actually do that, you're gonna have to fully understand like the best plays when they're on the edge, right? So of course, like I mentioned earlier, you want to hold stage advantage. If you don't want to like immediately pressure them off stage, you want to hold stage advantage by doing delight, but do not do it preemptively. Only do it when you know it's going to hit. Like don't just like if they're like, let's say here, and you go for delight here, you're just putting yourself in a position to get hit. Only go for it when you know it's going to hit. So but by just like standing here in a position where you can just immediately dash and delight, that's the best position that you can do it from. And you want to only do it when you know you're going to hit. And that takes game sense. You will eventually learn it though, if you do it enough times. But there is situations where they will just try to avoid that, right? They'll try to come up high. What you can do from that, you can pressure them. Do not attack them there. Do not attack them there. You want to pressure them into dodging. This is a habit everyone has. When they come at the stage, they're very scared. They're in kill percent. You want to pressure them into dodging. Like, if they're coming back up, and they usually dodge in, right? Or if you're near them, right, they'll dodge periodically. Let's see if I can. Let's see how I can make him. Can I make him just dodge? I don't think I can make him dodge like automatically, but let's say I was near him and he just dodged. That's a kill. So if you manage to pressure their dodge out of them, you can easily get a kill on Gauntlets. That's how I usually get all my kills in ranked. By you just using that, pressuring them. Usually they have a disadvantage, so they're pressured and I get close to them, they dodge. That's an immediate kill. And normally you wouldn't even have to do an attack to make them dodge. They'll just like panic dodge. And every rank has this habit, including diamonds. But around like 2400-ish elo, they start to figure that out and start to mix it up to where they won't dodge unless they get hit by something. So yeah. So let's say they're coming back. You catch their dodge in the air. The best thing you want to go for is a GC sidelight to catch that dodge in the air. If they're coming back like this, you also want to go for a GC sidelight because usually they exhaust their dodge coming back like that. And if you just like hover here, wait for the dodge, hit them with that into a recovery, that's a kill. So yeah, that's basically almost everything I wanted to go over for this. Another thing to be aware of, can integrate weapon throws whenever possible. Like if let's say you're exactly like around this angle and you just don't know how to approach your opponent or to make them dodge, just throwing a weapon, most of the time it'll make them dodge. And if you see their dodge, you can just react to it, punish it, and do whatever you want on Gauntlets, because that's the specialty of Gauntlets, catching those dodges. And that's what people can get their kills with and start their strings with, of course. So yeah, another thing, I always just want to catch those. You can also sometimes weapon throw combos, like proper weapon throw combos, they can be great for just starting strings like this. This puts you in a great position if they dodge, so that you can catch almost everything off of that. Oop, yep, caught that, and yeah. Okay, and I have it set to random, so let's see how many we can catch. I did not have the reaction time to catch that for some reason, even though. Okay, I need to work on my reaction time here. Okay, I was able to catch that. I'm fully expecting them to go out for some reason. There's an exercise. There's a great exercise though to actually work on catching your dodges. And you want to do this for every like common string that you go for, just to keep you just to make sure that you're up to date with catching everything. But yeah. Alright, back to the tutorial. What else? Oh yeah, the inputs for, I know some people's interested in the inputs for this delight into neutral layer. So there's a lot of cases where this just is not useful at the current moment, because they removed this. Dare used to be true after that, but it's just not anymore, unfortunately. Which is why it's just not useful. So what you want to do, what you can use this for, you can use it specifically for dragging someone off stage, but yet again, it's like delight cider is way more useful for it, although it's not true on white health. So in the one specific moment you're in this specific position, you want to go for delight neutral layer to get him off stage, because you can't do delight cider at this damage. But yeah, do not overcomplicate yourself by trying to do the hardest input in the game. It'll only make you worse. But yeah. Alright, that should be everything. I will, somewhere in this video, I'll put in some of my ranked gameplay with Gauntlets, show you what I'm actually talking about. But yeah. Alright, hope you enjoyed this little video. I'll see y'all in the next one.